Ashley had so many friends and was loved by many. She was a girl who could light up your world in a matter of seconds. She was a girl who was always smiling no matter what, and I know that she would not want us mourning over her being gone. The reason for us being here today is to remember Ashley as being the girl who was so passionate and a person who was incredibly family oriented. I, being Ashley's mother, saw from a young age how passionate and how truly family oriented she really was. Having her as my daughter was truly a blessing. She was not only my daughter, but she was also my best friend. Ashley was important to all of us, and she had touched the lives of everyone in this room today. Ashley was a girl who was so passionate and incredibly determined at everything she put her mind to, and she was someone who was family-oriented as well. To start, we will flash back into her young childhood years and see how incredibly passionate and determined she truly was. When Ashley was young, we could just see how passionate and determined she was. She used her passion and determination for a wide variety of things as a child. I'd like to dive into a few of these examples of her passion and determination by sharing with you a story from her father, Eric, and a story from her Aunt Lisa. According to her father, Eric, Ashley knew the exact words to say and knew never to give up in order just to get one more bedtime story. Eric fondly remembers Ashley would constantly bring up reasons why she needed that one more story. One of the reasons she needed another story, he tells me, was that if she stayed up later that night, then she would sleep in later the next day for him. Ashley was just so incredibly determined to just get one more story. It was a quality that may have bugged us then, but showed to us how truly special she really was. We saw that determination in her eyes up until the day she passed. Growing up, it was her Aunt Lisa that would take Ashley and her brother school supply shopping. Her Aunt Lisa tells me that whenever they went shopping for school supplies, she would always grab an extra supplies for the kids in her school who could not afford them. And it always made Lisa smile, and she told me that she was so incredibly happy to see a young girl doing that. Her Aunt Lisa shares that Ashley's passion always rubbed off on her brother Adam. When Adam was old enough to understand, he too started to ask if he could bring extra supplies to school. Even from a young age, her father and Lisa had seen the determination and passion in her eyes. They knew that Ashley would become an incredible woman when she got older. During her later years, Ashley was away at college, but she always found time for her family. We saw that she was family-oriented and would do anything for her family because of that. Ashley's brother Adam and her grandfather Earl shared with me two stories about how Ashley was family-oriented. Ashley's brother Adam was a football player growing up. Ashley was so proud of her brother and promised him that she would attend every game she could, and she did just that. On one particular game, there was bad weather. It was going to be a 3-hour drive to get to this game for her, but she managed to show up in the nick of time, and that shows everyone how family-oriented she was. Adam tells me that Ashley left school once again on a weekend while in college and traveled 2 hours to see him play. It made Adam so happy to see her there. Adam knew that Ashley would do anything and everything to see him play, and he says having a sister like that was such an honor and a blessing. Ashley and her grandfather Earl were very close. When talking to Earl, he spoke not with sadness, but with a smile on his face. He told me that he would always remember her as being the family-oriented and extremely passionate girl. The first story he told me about was when Ashley's great-grandmother had died. Ashley had managed to get there by herself and drive the 4 hours back to get home to work the next day. I was so proud of her and happy that she could make it. She was really an extraordinary girl, he tells me. As she loved traveling to see her cousin, Earl tells me, she loved to spend time with her cousin, and they really looked up to her as a role model, and everyone in the family knew that. She loved teaching them new things and helping them with their homework when she was there. Adam and Earl will always remember her as being the girl who would drop everything to be there for them. Overall, we will remember Ashley Lynn Backstrom, my daughter, as being the girl who would drop everything to be with her family and who could easily spread the passion and determination to everyone around her. Ashley would not want us to mourn her being gone today. She would want us to be with our family members in this time and use that pain we feel to do something good. She would want us to dance like no one is watching and always smile, even in the hardest times. She would want us, she's gone physically, but she is always with us spiritually and emotionally in our hearts. Thank you.